ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about flowers. I'm Fern. We got Joelle on the ones and twos, Ryan in the house, Mimi in the house. Mike is not here today, and I get a podcast without Mike, which is not fun, but it's like, ha, you're not here, I am. And our creative, super professional, and all-around amazing designer is none other than Donald Yim. AIFD, CFD, PFCI.
Woo!
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing good. We didn't plan that, by the way.
That was pretty good.
Just happened. Things come together in this podcast in a weird way.
The twins.
We'll clip that and we'll send that to you, Donald, so you can use that in the future.
Yes, woohoo!
I love it.
If you need hype people, Donald, we'll always hype you. You're so awesome.
Let us
Yep.
know.
Oh yeah.
I'm super ADD, you know.
Are you diagnosed? Are you undiagnosed?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm undiagnosed, but my daughter has it, so I didn't know until my daughter has it.
Okay.
You know, that's so funny you said that, because I have a lot of friends that now that's how they find out that they are, because they see the struggles in their own kids and they're like, wait a second, I do that and I do it worse than them. You know what I mean? Like, they're actually better than we are.
I get like specific TikToks that say like, do you have this? Then you're probably ADHD or ADD.
I get those all the time.
And I'm like, oh, maybe I am.
In my generations, you know, bamboo stick fix everything.
Yeah. Maybe bamboo
Don't
sticks for
worry.
you. We got
Diagnosis
chancletas.
ADD.
We had chancletas being thrown at us like boomerangs. They would go around the corners and everything. It was amazing.
I had a mixture of punishments. That was
Really?
a hybrid.
What would I can't picture Susan punishing any of you guys.
The belt was a classic.
Yeah.
The wooden spoon was pretty good. But it got to a point where we were more evasive and we can get away from her. So they had to get more creative with their punishments.
Well, I learned at a very young age, don't piss your mom off while she's vacuuming, because this woman, like a superhero, ripped the end of the cord. She ripped it from the wall, caught it midair, and hit me in like a split second. Like, it's amazing.
Like a lesson.
Yeah, I remember when I was kids, don't ever move when she punish you. If you move,
It's
they
worse.
will double.
What are your punishments, Joel?
Mine?
Well, I've seen Joel get his ass whooped a couple of times.
It's a list.
Yeah.
It's quite a list.
What's your favorite?
I have to say, just a classic hand.
You don't remember the kneel on the rice thing? That was bad, man.
Dude.
No, I never had.
dude.
I always got beaten.
Dude, I had to do that once.
I did it once, yeah.
I did it once. My mom only did it once, and I was so stubborn I wouldn't break. So she started hitting me with the belt while I'm kneeling on rice, and she made me kneel on rice in front of the toilet with my hands behind my back.
What?
Yeah. So I wouldn't
That's a
lean.
real punishment.
Like it was brutal.
too.
It was brutal.
Oh, there's like Game of Thrones.
And then at one point, she started crying because I wouldn't break. I wouldn't give in. And she knew I was lying. And then when
Ladies,
she started crying, that's it. I lost.
Fatties,
I gave up.
please, let's make a real strong no. We do not.
I thought you were going to say, fatties, please DM us your punishments. Your childhood trauma.
Fatties, I would love to hear your punishments.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear any more punishments where no one condone, like, you know.
Okay, I'm going to change the
No,
subject.
not anymore.
Before we get into Donald, Fern, we got you a gift based on the last episode. I don't know how to open it. Hang on.
man, this is scary.
It's his pitch pipes. Now when he sings,
Yes, Donald, we're on 3
I love
weeks.
it.
that's how you set your
Donald,
pitch. So you know what to sing.
Donald, do you like to sing?
He's
No.
in my washroom, you know, not
Break it down in the shower. Are you singing Beyonce in there? What do we got going on in there?
Hit it again, Fern.
but something like that. I don't even know.
So, Donald, for those who are out of the joke, it's been 3 weeks in a row, or this is week 4, I think, that Fern has sung.
The singing lessons are paying off.
Yeah, so Fern sings on our episodes. So let's see what he'll sing for you. But let's get into it.
Let's focus
really need
on
to know
Donald.
Donald's story, because
Let's focus on Donald.
we are all huge fans. We've had the
you.
pleasure of working with you on a couple of projects already with Smithers, which has been on awesome experience. It's been so awesome. Then he came and visited us. So we've really we're on the Donald bandwagon big time here at Jeff Fresh. We're like, oh yeah, this is so cool. So
Thank you.
What do you call
I'm
your
flattered.
fans, Donald?
The Yimmers.
The Yim heads?
Yim heads.
The Yim heads.
Yimmers.
Thank you. I'm just so I'm big fans of your flowers. I mean, your quality of your flowers is just amazing.
Thank
To me, it's like when I using it, it's just like when I visit you guys, like a little kid in the candy shops.
Yeah.
It's just everything is so beautiful, and the people were so nice and so friendly, and everyone's showing me around, and just thank you so much. And I'm so happy to using your flowers as some of the project. It's just so professional. I don't even need to take out any dead leaf. That is the because when we're doing setup for like trade show and all these things, we don't have time to go through around everything. So I think it's amazing to me. It's just it's so professional. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, thank you. So Donald, you gotta tell us. You have a lot of accomplishments that we want to talk about, especially all those letters you have behind your name. But go back, way back, all the way to the beginning, and tell us how you got into flowers. Where did you come from?
So I'm not, I just talk about ADD, and I'm really not good at school at all. I'm one of those kids running around and making troubles and making noises and all these things. So my sister see me that, and she opened a flower shop that time. Then she said, hey, don't start any stupid things at school and just come and work for me part-time. I still in school at that time. So I worked for her part-time. And, when you're teenagers, you don't have a job, you don't have nothing to do, you start trouble. Mm-hmm. So I slowly helping her. And then basically at the first, I was just a delivery boy. I'm still going party at the nighttime until 6 o'clock in the morning. I still remember that.
Where
a lot of people don't know about this.
Where was this
in Hong
shop?
Kong?
In Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong. Yeah. So I grew up in Hong Kong. So I was partying, basically, literally partying until 6 o'clock in the morning, go home and take a shower, and then just go to the delivery truck. Because in Hong Kong, it's almost like downtown everywhere. So you can't just park the car and just deliver flowers. So you have to have a second person in the truck to deliver like 18th floor, just go up and deliver the flowers. Right. So I will be the one who's sitting in the truck and sleeping. And then the driver will say, hey, Donald, wake up. 18th floor. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. And then after that, my sister paid me for going to some of the classes. I don't know why I say yes, was teenagers, 16 years old. I want to go pick up girls. I don't want to go to old lady, class.
Yeah. Also, all the students were older.
Yeah, all the student was older. I was the only guy over there that time.
Only guy
about 30 years ago.
Yeah,
35 years ago. And then she paid me for like YMCA for the evening class as an hour and a half or 2 hours class. So I was going there, and I don't want to be there. I want to go party. You know how that feeling, 16 years old?
Yeah.
So I was just go in, and the teacher showing stuff and, around L shape or whatever triangle. I was the first one finished. I was like, hey, I'm going to do it. So the teacher was seeing me. It's like, oh, you got talent. Like so fast, you finished pretty good. And I said, okay, I don't know. I just want to be, I don't want to be here. So I going. So, and then he called my sister and say, hey, your brother have talent. So she keep teaching me stuff and all this. I went to competitions in Hong Kong government. Every year they have like a competitions and like a garden show government provide. So everyone can enter the competition, can show up their booth. All the big school will showing what they do. And I was win some award, and I beat my sister
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was
so
your sister
she was so
mad?
happy. She didn't get
Oh,
angry.
okay.
She was so happy because she's teaching me all this stuff and finally pay off. And so I was after that I was keep taking classes, going to I remember long time ago the AFS. I'm not sure you guys know, like Terraform bought AFS is wire surveys. They
Uh-huh.
go into Hong Kong and have a school and teach you like a week, and then you can take a test to become a teacher of AFS. We call Pacific Room Teacher of AFS. So I was the youngest teacher in that time. I was 18.
Wow.
I become a teacher.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's after that I was just keep taking classes, and then after that I moved to Canada, and I keep working at the bigger flower shop in Vancouver. Like big, like 30 people working. That's shops.
Before we get into that, I'm curious. What like were you a creative person before early in your life? Was there anything that like made you do why you were good at the flowers so naturally?
A lot of people asking me the same questions. Are you always be creative? Are you no, not at all. Seriously, I was just the first 20 years or first 10 years of my career is just a job. I just want to make a living.
Yeah.
And I don't know any creative art or anything. After that, of course, after that you keep taking classes, you taking go to art gallery or like the museum, and you kind of feel like you're part of it.
Right.
But before, I don't know at all any art, what art means. I don't know what is creative mean. No, it's just a job.
Yeah, but you were
to me.
young, 16. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 16. I don't even know anything about it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was just curious. Yeah, because if when you're a natural at it, I'm always curious if it comes from stems from something else. But,
I believe one thing: if anything you do, if it's faster than the other people or you more enjoy than the other people, you're good at that. You're professional about that. Because you're natural coming into that environment. I think is pretty good. So I was in Vancouver, and then I was working with one of the biggest flower shop in Vancouver. So I got more experience, more exposure, and then go into the shows, and then start after that. I go into AIFD. I still remember the first time go to AIFD. It's just mind blowing, and just so much creative mind in there. And then I just keep learning and keep taking classes, watching the other people doing, and then.
What was it about AIFD that inspired you? Like
everything. When you first time going there, everything. When you come back after AIFD, your head hurt because there's so much creative things you can do, and so much technique you learn. Because when I go to AIFD, I don't just go to the show. I go to the back and helping people and become volunteer and helping. You learn all these things from the back room.
Yeah.
In a design room, and all the tips and tricks, all the people willing to share, and it's just amazing people.
I think that's one of the most amazing things about AIFD is there is not just one or not just two. You got an entire room full of people creating pieces and working different aspects and different dimensions, and everybody there is donating their time. And people like Donald that go there and they work in the back room, they're working from the morning all the way through the night. Maybe they stopped for 10, 15 minutes to eat a sandwich, and then maybe they go to dinner, or maybe they're too tired and they just go to sleep. Like they work their butts off. But it's crazy inspiring.
But
you
Donald,
see much.
When you went to your first AFD, were you testing? Or you
no, I was just seeing. I was just, I don't want. I'm one of those people. I want to make sure I know what's going on.
Right.
So I don't want to just jump into the test. And I went there. I was in St. Louis the first time, and it's like I'm so green. I don't even know anyone in there. So maybe one or two people. That's it. So I come a long way. This is we talk about 2003 that time. So,
and this is, you were already in Canada. You were living in Canada at this time when you went to
Vancouver.
your first AIFD.
Yeah.
Wait, fun fact. Did you know that Donald was one of the judges for Olga when she became AIFD?
Oh, nice.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She told me that this AIFD, and she was like, I love Donald.
That's where the cash went to.
Yeah, she told me that this time. Yeah.
So Donald, go back. You had moved to Canada. You were living on the West Coast, Vancouver.
Yes.
And you were working in a huge flower shop. How was that experience? How was that different?
Well, that experience, shock, right? It's just culture shock. And then I thought I was really good from Hong Kong. I think I'm fast. But in there is like a production, not a production line, but everything has to custom make. But you have to do it in 10 minutes. No matter how big, how wide, how things, the maximum is 10 minutes to 15. So after the training, after I worked there for a few years, I can do anything in 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Everyone in that team, we can do a $600 cascade spray in 10 minutes. I'm not kidding.
That's impressive.
Everyone does, because the driver will tap their finger on the table, because every hour and a half, we have a delivery. Not just one pieces.
Wow.
10 pieces to 15. You have to kind of make it fast.
Okay, make it. What would happen to like the floors who couldn't keep up? Would they just they would get fired, or
legs?
Oh man, it was cutthroat. Wow. Canada don't play.
Yeah, like my boss is one of those. I'm telling you, this experience is for me to become today Donald.
Right.
I know I have 10-year experience before I go into Vancouver, but that 10-year experience is compared to what I do for that 20 years, it's nothing. Everything has to custom make, and my boss was a like she, no, it's a good, you can say because she know what her business is so much, and she have to know how to control the quality of her work,
right?
Of the work, go out to the door. And everything, if you have dead leaf, one roses have a dead leaf, she will pull it out and put it in an envelope and send it to my desk and say, this isn't as acceptable. So everything I do right now, so that's why I was so good at making arrangement for the photo, so that's why I do all the photos with all the big company like Oasis, Accent Decor, and all this. They don't need to fix anything at all, because I already police myself to make sure nothing is bad before I put it on the table for them to take picture.
That's probably great for your ADD to have somebody like that, because no, I'm serious. Like if you have somebody who pushes you to that, Ryan gives us timers. I love that. Like I think it's really good to learn that, because you can control yourself and actually work better.
Our timers are specifically though for distraction control.
Yes.
That's ADD too.
Like she is basically so detailed. She is not a designer at all. She don't know any, but she is playing the card as a customer.
Right.
Because the customer see that will complain. So she can't afford to complain, and then we do the whole thing.
I would love to see.
So she want to make sure everything is perfect to go out to the door.
How was it during holiday time?
Oh, holiday times.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't move. We have everything around us. We have all the roses, carnations, whatever things you need to do for that holiday around us, in between all the designer. So you don't need to back and forth. So when I do shows, I'm so efficient.
Right.
Like today. Because I set up my things first before I even do the arrangement. When I walk into the warehouse, I want to set up everything before I do things, because I don't want to running around get to things, especially when in the warehouse, everything is like that way, it's so far away. So you don't want a 2,000 step in an hour.
Yeah. So when you design now, do you design fast still, or do you like slow it down now to take your time?
Still. So I have a YouTube channel.
Right.
You know that.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
When I do arrangement on the YouTube channel, I have to slow it down with editing.
Okay.
Because I forgot. Wow. I have to tell myself to stop.
Right.
Slow down for the people who watching it at the other end.
That makes perfect
sense.
So
I have to kind of slow it down in a half speed.
That's crazy.
So it's crazy. I have to think. I have to rethink myself because I train. It's almost like sometimes. So that's why the first 20 years of my career is almost like a bullet go through a pudding. The bullet won't taste any pudding. You know how fast is that things? Yeah. So we just go for things like this.
I know also it's watch that though.
Yeah.
I would definitely watch like speed design.
There's a market for that
for
too.
sure. Like see how fast you can do it and then try to beat that score every time or something like that.
I just did a show. Actually, last year I did a show. I show it in front of everyone how fast to do a $150 arrangement round. Of course, it's nothing too crazy. Mm-hmm. But my record is 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Wow.
Stop. But okay, so
he should be out there challenging people. I bet you $100 I can make an arrangement.
We
faster
should make
than
that at Fresh Fest.
But that thing is
like
not.
The hot dog
you can't challenge people like that. It's not about creative and like how can you win? But it's good.
That's crazy. Well, speaking of your YouTube channel, I can watch all of your videos.
How many followers?
He's got almost 5,000 followers on there.
Right now, I have like 5,000 something. But
natural, organic,
100%.
Yeah, natural, organic. I didn't pay for anything. Like just slowly get into it. Every day, right now, I have like around 600 to 700 people watching my YouTube channel. I think it's pretty good. Of course, you can't compare to some of the people like have a million. I'm not Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
So nobody gonna come in and just watch
You gotta sing out of the shower, Donald. You gotta sing out of the shower to get there.
Hit your pipe, Fern.
Go ahead, Fern. That's your segue.
But one thing is organic. Everything is organic. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, when you look at it that way, if it's 1,000 people looking at your video or 3,000 people looking at your video, it's full of. If you're thinking about the show, all the 3,000 people coming to see you, it's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're willing to spend their time at home to watching you. You should appreciate it.
No.
Agreed.
And his videos, because a lot of people have the followers and don't have the views. His views are there. So, it's really interesting. But also,
thank you.
Somebody here, Donald, has a real poppin', can I say that, Joelle? Is that, am I too, loser to say that? A real popping Instagram. And the reels that he's making are awesome. They're so much fun. You are the master of the one where it's somebody messes up, falls, and then they turn into something what it was just so funny. You know which ones I'm talking about? The transition ones.
Yes. Yes. I think right now a lot of people disrespect the social media. They don't using that as tools for helping their business. If so many people, when I do shows, when I go into the show and talk to people, a lot of people think about, the number one excuse is I don't have time. Mm-hmm. I don't have time to. How can you have time to do this? And I always ask them, do you have time to collect money? Yes, they do. Yes. So do social media. This is the number one. If you don't respect 2024, the social media contents demand, you're losing right now. I always ask them,
I wonder if there's a company currently, a successful company running with no social media. Not even just in flowers, just in general.
Well, I would think that most every company has social media, but if you look at their social medias, they haven't posted in years. There's tons of people that have not posted or post once, and then you don't hear from them for 6 months.
Mm-hmm. But we have to look at it that way, though. Some of the people success because they are sales company. They go hunting to sell. Okay, so when you have social media, the sales come to you. Mm-hmm. So
That's true.
you can use that to generate more income. Don't stop what you do. Don't stop. You go, if you're a salesperson, to go out to your business, don't stop that. But at the same time, add that on to increase your sales with no charge.
Can I ask?
Social media not charging you.
No, right? No, that's we rode that boat as long as we could. This free social media train. We didn't spend money on magazine ads and things like that.
I mean, I
Just
think
doing
we're
as
still
much
writing it.
Oh
We're
yeah,
not
absolutely.
We're not paying for ads.
Absolutely.
We're not paying actors. We have a whole
Well,
cast of characters out there.
Sort of.
if by Mimi begging some people.
Yeah. We got a lot of donations. I'm curious, Donald. Feel free to not. If we can skip this if you don't want to answer this. But are you monetizing from your YouTube or social media?
No, I don't. But because I'm not a million follower. I'm just have few thousand follower. But all the thing is, mine is more focused on the industry people than topic. So there's difference. But if you a big company like you guys, or company like you're selling to people, I think you should monetize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like I mean, as a consumer, when I go somewhere, I always check the social media as well. Like I just bought a brand new face line product, and the first thing I did as soon as I was, even before like exiting Ulta, I went and I checked their social media, and I was like okay, these people seem really
Me
cool.
too.
Like
Every
I
time
don't
we
know,
get a new
it's
eyeliner, I
it's
do the
almost
same thing.
yeah. When we were at Ulta
The
together,
new shade's looking good on you, friend.
In 2024, you have to think about the people don't give credit, give business card to each other anymore. They go through the Instagram. Do you have Instagram? We can
Right.
exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have a social media presence, how can the people give job to you?
yeah.
That's right.
That is really important, extremely important.
My social media is lacking. I got to start posting more. I don't post enough. I'm like one of those people. I
Yeah.
post.
A lot
I
of
might
people-
put up a lot of stories,
It happens.
but I don't post a lot of content. I guess stories are where it's
Uh-huh.
at.
Look, get
Okay,
the
can
fans
I
what
ask
they're
you-
missing out.
Can I ask you one thing? What is the most important for social media? What is the most important part of the social media?
Constant
Posting
posting.
consistently.
Consistently
Yes.
being out there.
And
Good one.
Contents is the key. If you don't have contents, how can you post?
A lot of fluff.
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
So Donald, when did you decide, what year was it that you went to AIFD, and did you immediately right after that did you say I'm going to test next year?
Actually, I heard so much about AIFD before I even go there. Because I met Itomi Gilliam,
Nice.
Suzanne Law in my area. I look up to them, and before, even in Hong Kong, so many people is AIFD come from AFS. So I always curious what does that letter means, So I searching, and then I say, oh, I want to join that group, and so that's why I'm going there at 2003 to check it out at the symposium as St. Louis, and it's mind blowing. After that, I say, this is a cool kid group, so I want to be in that group to learn all this trick and tips and all these things. So I was 2003. I say I want to take a test in New York the next year, 2004, and then it was so intense. You think 4 hours to do 5 pieces is easy? No, not at all. I barely make it, almost.
Really?
And that's you.
Really? And you're
Yeah.
you're Mr. 10-minute, arrangement over here.
No, it's not about the speed. It's about the creativity.
Right.
I just do 5-minute arrangement and then no creativity. So they want to have the about average, at least, to do that, to impress people. Yeah, the score you have to,
Of all the
score
competitions, because you have a list of winning competitions, of all the competitions or tests that you've ever taken, which one is the hardest?
The hardest one is AIFD is one of those, but because I don't have too much experience. But in 2019, I went to China, Beijing, and enter a competition. I was so happy to represent Canada to do a competition called World Flower Contest. And then there are 34 contestants, 33 countries.
Wow.
So, and from Europe, Asia, Eastern Europe, Korea, Japan, Australia, you name it, like all over the world will come, like Colombia and Mexico, and all these people come from different US and Canada. So it was really hard. That competition is like World Cup level. I have to do 3 pieces. 2 pieces is 8 feet by 7 feet.
Whoa.
What?
Big. Yeah.
He created
and
walls.
then the other pieces is they give you a vase, a Chinese vase, so you have to do something on top of it. So I do an armature wire structure on top of it, and then put flowers. If you go to my Instagram, you can see it. But like I was luckily make it to the final, and then I make it to the top 10. So I was number 5.
Nice.
To the
That's
world.
impressive.
Yeah.
And how cool, full circle to represent Canada, go back to China.
Yeah.
That's a fun full
Yes,
circle.
yes, it was honor. It was honor, and it was really hard.
Yeah.
After that, that 3 pieces, so that you got selected to go to the final, and then you have to do a surprise package under the sun in the podium, like in August, China.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I was
Were people
and all the
were people
contestants
watching?
were dying.
Were people watching
Yes.
or only the
Yes,
judges?
the stadium.
People?
Wow, cool.
Yeah, we're all dying. After
Yeah.
that, is some people can pass out in 30, 40 degrees outside.
Amazing.
Yeah. After that, everyone complained they have to change it to inside. It's just
Seriously,
too hot.
yeah, no, it's no joke.
Yeah, the flower is dying basically.
What a waste.
Yeah, but
that
it's-
was
it's,
30, 40 Celsius, right? Not
Yeah,
Fahrenheit.
yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So it was a really, really good experience. This kind of level of experience or competitions will make you recognize what is your strength and what is your weakness, and how can you improve. That is, you can't pay money to buy that experience. Yeah. Of course, you pay money to do that because you pay yourself that. But at the same time,
did you have a sponsor?
no one. I have a little sponsor. Yes, I have a little sponsor, but not everything. So, but I have to come out from my pocket. But that experience is no money can compare.
Priceless.
Yeah.
Was that before or after you won the Sylvia Cup in 2019?
Before at the summertime, and then after that I go to
You went to convention.
SAF at September.
Amelia Island, yeah.
Yeah, Amelia Island. Yes. That one was extremely well done competitions. I think everyone should enjoy that at least once. And it's just a really, really fast paced competitions, and it's so much fun.
I can't imagine, like you did it in such a big group, and then you come to Sylvia Cup. When Sylvia Cup, like, it freaks me out while people are watching. You know what I mean? Like, I remember one year they had like a wall, like it was a glass window, and you could see them. You couldn't go inside, but I like how people walk around and they're like talking. And
when I do that competition, the people walk around.
Yeah.
Like the first 20 minutes, nobody, because you have to organize everything or do the things. And then after that, they open the door. The people walk in.
Yeah.
And they was like taking picture, video,
and you're not allowed
live
to talk. You're
video.
not allowed to talk, right?
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
No, he's
So-
trying to work and focus,
But
and
this
people.
year I was walking.
Everyone's just walking around and
Yeah,
talking.
taking selfie. The
Yeah.
people are like, ah.
That's why I was laughing. Like this year, I was watching. I had like a little bit more time, so I was walking around Sylvia Cup, and I hear people, and people are like critiquing right in front of them, and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
I
it's
died.
rough. It's a
Yeah.
rough crowd, man.
I
Let
was
me tell
walking
you.
and there was a group of people and they were like, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. And I'm like, she's still working. Like, I'm like, don't say that.
Yeah.
She's not done. I was all nervous for everybody. And I would go around going, great job. Great job.
That's disrespectful.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Are you like a hyper competitive person, or are these just for fun?
I'm one of those people who want to well prepare myself to go into. I'm not one of those people just walking. Hey, I'm gonna do it for fun. It's just not my style. I want to.
You're in it to win it.
No, not just to win it. Of course, you know you don't sure you are gonna win, but at least you enjoy the moment.
Right.
At the same time as relax is important for competitions. If you're not relaxed, intense, everything is gonna be affecting on your arrangement
Right.
because it's so uptight. Everything is so uptight. So when you relax, go in, enjoy the moment, and of course you get to prepare before. You can't just, not prepare or not. I won't say prepare, but you have to kind of practice all these things before every day, and not because of this competition. You have to prepare for yourself. Any opportunity coming to you, you are ready. That is the people who don't know about doing shows and doing competitions, and maybe they can ask you on the spot and say, hey, can you do something for me? Just like customer.
Mm-hmm.
You have to well prepare yourself every day. When that really important customer coming in, you have to perform for them. Basically, every day you perform in the flower shops.
Yeah.
But the people don't understand that. They, whatever. No, whatever. That's your business. It's not whatever.
Right.
I like how you take everything very serious, and I agree with you. You should be. Those are all those competitions. Every time you're out there and you're pouring yourself into a piece of work, people are watching.
Mm-hmm.
People are looking.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
pay attention to the person
Yeah.
who's, man, look at this man pour his heart and soul into this piece. I want that guy to work on my product, my projects.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which has
It's
led
just
you.
like-
That's led you to a few things, right?
Mhm.
Like what?
Yeah.
He's floral design director for Smithers Oasis.
Mm-hmm.
He's an
That team is fun, huh? When you guys get
Oh,
together,
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I love everyone in that team.
I
Yeah.
wonder how they get any work done because they're always having a good time.
yeah.
No, they're really, really, really serious. If they talk about flower arranging or marketing or all these things, it's like they have 1,000 years of experience there.
Yeah.
Like all the people we have, like everyone have over 40-year experience in there.
Mhm.
So it was just so much knowledge to pour into your face.
Yeah.
When you have like creative people in the room, sometimes we fight. No, never. But the creative fight, not the real fight. The
Right.
creative fight for each other is just so good. And every time I go to the meeting with them and come back, it's just like I'm a brand new person.
Yeah. You feel inspired. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
inspiring.
Yeah,
you
feel
guys
inspired.
are challenging each other to be better, to have better
Yeah,
ideas.
and we
to
share
give
we
them.
share tricks and tips. We share. I sometimes I will send picture to all the director and say, hey, I make something new, and then they will send something to me, and then we are all support each other. It's just almost like AIFD. We all support each other
Nice.
and make them better because we want to everyone be better.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So you're also an education specialist with Teleflora now, right?
Yes, of course. It's a really fun group to join. And I love everyone in that group too. Also, they are really, really creative people. And it's just, I'm new kid on the block, but they are really, I just went to the meeting with them at January, and they was just so warm welcome to me. And also, I know all the people beforehand already, and from AIFD. So I know Hitomi, I know Danny Thomason, Jody McLean, all these people, Jerome.
That's a fun group.
Yeah,
it's a fun group. It's just they are lovely people. Tim Farrell, all these people is just so lovely.
Nice.
I like Tim. He said he retired. I'm like, I've seen you at every floral event since then. You absolutely have not retired.
No, I don't think so.
No. He is. If he retired, not doing flowers, it's our lose. It's our,
it's our loss for the industry. I agree.
Yeah, our loss is like he is so much knowledge and so much character, so much compassion about flowers.
He's also got the best tan in the game.
Oh yeah,
by far.
Yeah,
by far the best.
But let me tell you something. You know who also dresses really nice? I also like the way Tim dresses. Is Donald too? I was at SAF the last night. We were all talking. A bunch of us were saying, "Man, look at Donald!" Like so, like put together. So
thanks.
I think that's I think that's where your creativity also lies too.
Oh, thank you. Image is really important for us.
Mm-hmm.
No matter you're online or in person, you have to well represent yourself. A lot of florists don't believe that. They always have like a T-shirt,
sandals,
sandals and work at their flower shops. Why this few years the event people take over some of the florist job because they dress professionally. That's what I believe. Because if you don't dress professionally, how can your customer trust you?
It's not. I don't think it's just professional though, because there's a little flower swag to it, right? So you notice the people who go all out with their loafers or their heels. And then...
SBW, that's by Ian Prosser. He says, shoes, belt, watch for the men, and the ladies, it's the purse and your shoes. And you don't have to. You can wear Walmart. No, you can wear Target. But like, it's just like if you are going towards an audience of people spending money on flowers, or especially an events particularly, you don't want to. You can't be wearing your Crocs.
I feel like it's
unless you're wearing Louis Crocs.
It's made me focus.
I don't wearing like expensive brand name, but at least you have to be dressed properly for that for that events. So I don't get me wrong. Of course, if I have the money, I will buy a expensive brand name, but.
Yeah,
I don't think it has to be.
You have to well put together.
It's put together.
You know what? Though it's really hard, guys. Maybe for you guys it's a little easier, but for the women after the age of 40, I think that's when it starts. The whole like shoe situation is intense, guys. It's really hard.
Look, I don't know how you guys do it in the heels.
I told my husband for the show in Ecuador, I said, babe, like I'm going to wear these shoes. And he's like, you really shouldn't, you should wear flats. And I'm like, oh, you're right. You're 100% right. And then I was like, these are the shoes I'm going to wear. He goes, you have to wear the heels. He's like, don't wear those shoes. He's like, pain is beauty.
You should see my closet of the shoes, like my garage, all the shoes. I love shoes. You guys know.
Yeah.
I always take picture of my shoes, and I have shoes from top to the bottom.
Wow.
We got a bunch of shoe heads here too, sneaker heads.
I have sneakers.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere. I have sneakers and shoes. Barbie gets mad at you. You're never gonna wear that. I go, I'll find a way.
Speaking of being of 40, because I'm 40, but somebody just got 40 over 40 for Florist Review too.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I was so surprised. And I don't know how can they find out I'm over 40.
I don't know either because you don't look a day over 20.
Did they ask me? I'm going to email them. I'm just 25.
They were talking names and they were like, there's no way Donald's over 40.
Let me tell you, everybody on the list, because also our friend Corinne is in there too.
Right.
She doesn't look 40.
No.
I'm like, there's a lot of people that are in that list, and I'm like,
we do have a lot of friends. Was Ryan in 40 under 40?
No, Ryan was 30 under 30.
30 under 30.
Or was it 35?
Yeah.
35. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know, but you definitely were in 30 or 35.
Oh, you're cheating.
I was in my 20s, late 20s when I got it. So.
Okay, good. I was so surprised with all these people, amazing people on the list. But 35 years, I make little impact for the industry. And it's just, I was so honored and I'm so happy. And I almost cry because finally, a Chinese guy, to see all this happen.
I think it's an accomplishment.
It's just 35. I'm as a Chinese guy working in a flower shop, 35 years is still loving it every day. It's just
that's amazing.
It's not. It's just mind blowing.
Now
with all these amazing people.
Your sister had a flower shop, but did your parents or your grandparents or did your
No. Just my sister opened a flower shop. She's one of those ladies that's like come in and just do one arrangement or two arrangement and then go home and have tea, So
sounds like
she's hardworking sometimes, but she's one of those people who will go out and do sales and do all these things and smooth around people and then get business. So I'm one of those people running around and get things done.
Is your daughter interested in flowers?
No, hell no. Chinese parents don't want their kid doing flowers. They want them to become a doctor.
Yeah, there you
go. A lawyer. I'm just kidding. I don't control what they do, and they see what I do, and it's so funny. Let me tell you something funny. A few years ago, and my younger daughter asked me, like, "Hey, Dad, I see you doing all this video and all this show and all these things. Are you famous?" And I say, "No, I'm not famous, but people know me at the industry, And she say, "No, I don't think so."
She shut you down. She doesn't believe you.
No.
What is that?
She don't believe me. What I do.
You need to bring her to AIFD one year so she could see how big of a deal you are.
Yeah. Or tell her.
I'm just.
Yeah, all the podcasts and all the awards. You're in a magazine now.
That's right.
I'm no big deal. I just still the same Donald as 20 years ago when I first time going to AIFD. And I act the same, talk the same. And I think designers should recognize this. Mm-hmm. You don't need to change to let people like you. You just need to be yourself.
Agreed.
To let people like you. And it's just don't ever change your attitude because you have more letter on your back or how many shows you do and how many awards you think you receive. That is not important at all. Mm-mm. We work with people. This is really important to me is how you deal with the people every day. Not because how many awards you have.
That was beautiful.
That is spot on, man. Donald, what's upcoming for you? Do you got any challenges? Is there any more letters you want to go get? What's in the future?
I step back a little bit about the competitions and also my YouTube channel. I want to more concentrate on my YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And maybe, I'm not sure, hopefully I have money and chance to do more competitions. I just don't know. It's still up in the air, everything. But of course, I got jobs and shows and wedding MBA is coming, at Las Vegas and all the things is lining up.
Are you going to be in Vegas?
Yes, I will be seeing you.
All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be seeing
Yeah,
me and Mimi.
yeah.
Me and Mimi are gonna tackle Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Ryan's
Good,
leaving us.
good.
Ryan's actually going to Japan, so we'll forgive him for missing wedding MBA.
Yes, I had to make.
Okay,
I had to
okay.
choose.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Japan.
I've never been. I'm looking forward to it. I'm like 2%
What are
sad
you most
that I'm not
looking
going to Vegas
forward
this
to?
year, but I'm
Is there-
also very excited to go to Japan.
Is there like something that's top of your list in Japan that like must do? Like, do you need to eat fluffy pancakes or?
I mean,
You-
so like
you
the
want
fluffy
an omi
pancakes.
rice?
What I've seen and read and stuff, it's like almost more eggy than pancakey. Yeah. So like I definitely want them, but I'm not. I prefer like a classic buttermilk pancake. So like if that's what I'm imagining it's gonna taste like,
Oh,
I'm
you're
setting
gonna be
myself up for
disappointed.
disappointment.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Okay,
disappointed.
But yes, I'm
What?
definitely gonna eat those.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things is they have a lot of choices food for you to eat, but I would recommend you to eat the local food
Yep.
because they are really, really gourmet. They are really, really detailed
Yeah.
in Japan. All
Yeah.
these people doing things. They are not buzzing around. They when they do things, they do it
They
to
do it
the
right.
extreme.
Yeah.
So packaging, buy a cake at the grocery shops or whatever. It's just so much packaging and so beautiful, and everything is beautiful in there
Yeah.
to me. So keep it open mind.
Yep.
Try everything.
Right.
Even McDonald's have different.
I actually
Many.
like going to McDonald's in different countries just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
I just like,
Yeah.
in the other countries.
One time I was in China, they have like rice.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
so funny. Chicken rice they selling. So but it's
McChicken
good to
rice.
see. Yeah. So it's good to see, good to try.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's gonna have a fun time, but you'll see me and Fern there. So
I have yet
Okay.
to go to a McDonald's in another country.
oh
you know
man,
that?
no,
Yeah,
it's
do, man.
super
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I think we're in
So-
Ecuador. We gotta go to McDonald's. Sorry,
I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done KFC in Ecuador.
Yeah, well, KFC I think is
KFC is like
it's one of the biggest
premier.
ones, right? Yeah, like your KFC
Yeah,
in
in the world,
Korea.
in the
In the
world.
world, it's the biggest franchise.
Yeah.
KFC in Korea is like out of this world. Like they say it's the best. They say it's like
In China, it's pretty good too. In
Yeah.
China, it's pretty good. They're selling rice and congee and things.
And it's funny, we got the worst version of KFC.
By far the worst. We have the
Probably,
worst of
probably.
everything
I
here.
think I think I finally cracked it. What you have to do is not eat that specific like fast food for like a whole year, and then the next time you eat it, it's amazing. So that's what I've been doing because my kids now are on a KFC kick, and I didn't eat with them. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna have it. And then like a year later, I had it. I was like, this is pretty good, So I like to.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I do that. Okay, I won't eat McDonald's for a year, and then when I have
Yeah.
that fry, it's like okay.
Yeah. So at the future, I want to maybe do a little more competitions.
Cool.
That because since 2019 I stopped doing it because of the pandemic, and everyone don't have jobs and all these things, and I was little not depressed, but it's like kind of I don't know what to do and all these things. So maybe I would just we'll go back to it and see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Maybe we need to do a competition at Fresh Fest.
We are doing a competition at
But
Fresh
like a
Fest.
big one, yeah. Fresh Fest. We have a big event that we do Fresh Fest every other year. We're
Okay.
starting to do, so we'll let you know, Donald. I think you should come and join us.
2025 will be our second year. We're locking in dates. We'll definitely let you know.
It was
once
at a
we lock in
museum
date.
last year, but this year, yeah, we'll let you know. We'll keep you in the loop.
Okay, that's good.
Do you have
See?
like a dream project, something that you've always like like you want to accomplish in this industry or something like that? I know it's a big question, but it's just
I want to do Oscar.
there you go.
Oh,
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been to White House
Mm-hmm.
and do flowers. Not Oscar.
Yeah.
Do you
know.
already have? Do you already know what you would do if you were get hired this year?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But
Fair.
it sometimes depends on what they want you to do. Not like I don't think it's controlled by you. It's controlled by them. Yeah. But Oscar, maybe I'm not sure.
That's a good
cool.
one. Oscar's a
yeah.
good
That's a
one.
good-
Yeah.
All right,
that's a
let's
good
put it out
dream.
there.
Yeah.
Let's
We're
put it
gonna
out
that
there.
into
If you get that
Oscars
job-
committee.
we want the roses. We want to be in with you on that, right?
We'll
Let us
supply
know.
the
We
roses.
will supply the flowers.
Okay.
Oh no! Now they're
That's
gonna
good.
find us.
We're manifesting this. Come on, let's do it.
We are on it. Woo!
You think I get them to change the statue and make it like a little fern?
We
Like
can
a
make
little
our own
gold
fern.
Oh, we could
Oscar
put our
statue.
rose dude.
That'd be
Our
pretty good.
rose dude.
I thought we weren't supposed
Yeah.
to talk about the rose, dude.
All kinds of secrets.
So Donald, you've been
Yes.
doing this for a
35.
while now, 35 years.
Still loving it.
Before there were child labor laws, you've been doing this. Give us a little bit of the bad that you faced, as you've come up and grown through the ranks and done different things and moved. You moved across the globe. You literally left. I mean, I don't know if you left with a wife, but you left China for Canada.
One thing is, I'm one of those people don't see bad thing as a bad thing. I see bad thing as a opportunity for me to grow. Seriously, I'm not just making up this or give you a quote and find it on Google and something like this. And everyone facing problem every day. I'm sure you're facing problems. You're facing the delivery not coming on time and all these things. And you just need to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like we just talked about with my wife yesterday. Like, how can we change the attitude? All the opportunity open for you. Just like some people will, for example, some people drop a wallet. What they gonna do? Take it out. Don't keep thinking about bad thing happen. Do something about it to make that or fix it. Everything can fix. We don't have any problem in this world. If it's anything you can control, that's not a problem. If it's things you cannot control, it's not a problem because you cannot control it. So how can we change the bad opportunities? Just like, for example, my older boss in the biggest flower shop in Vancouver, she's pounding on me every day. But I see that as an opportunity to make myself be better designer. Why not? I pay off every day. Bad thing happen, of course, you're going to be sad or things for 1 or 2 days, but don't hold it on. You have to kind of using the positive energy to change it to be your things, to be your advantage. That is my role model.
Fern,
I'm facing a lot of bad company sometimes, long term, and they're just not appreciate your work. But I told myself, bad people everywhere. So if you know how to deal with this bad person or this person, you can deal with anyone everywhere.
Yeah.
So you say, I quit this job, this is and I'm not gonna learn anything from this company. And the other company have the same. You just keep quitting your job. It's not a solution. The solution is to change your perspective of facing this problem, and you can solve any problem.
Fern, sorry, I was gonna say, Fern, you didn't include life coach in his bio.
Now that we're speaking about some bad, now that we're speaking about some bad, we got a fan mail that I want to address really quick. Can I do that?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's bad.
Well, it's not bad, but I wanted to say it's bad that I cannot respond to the fan mail. So
okay, so just really quick, let me just address. We can accept fan mail through text messages on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. So if you want to say something, you can text message it in through that. But it doesn't allow us to respond to those text messages. So whoever's listening to this, we did get your text messages, and we're going to talk about it right now. But we can't text you back to bring you on to discuss
they're
it.
listening.
So that's why I'm saying that now. So if you hear this,
there's no way. We just says
you need to
their
email
location.
to fatguys@jeffreshflowers.com, and then we can actually bring you on and we can actually discuss it for real. But yes, please.
So we got a fan mail, and usually the fan mails are really fun and good, and this one wasn't bad. It's just that it was about talking about the Valerie episode where we talked about opening doors to new florists and stuff. And I just want to put it out there because they said that that I had said that once florists get big, or once people get big, they forget where they started with with companies like Jeff Fresh, who we try to think that we open the doors. We usually we are taking into consideration some changes so that way we can make it easier for those who are growing in the industry. But yeah, they said, and Mimi called it out, and I just want to say that that my email is mimi@jefffreshflowers.com, and I can probably better explain what I meant. And it's not that I was calling everybody out saying that once you get big, you completely forget, or that we expect something from our customers. But what I really meant was that sometimes as the customers, we like to, as the providers for the flowers, and I mean, I'm not the sales manager like Fern, but we just like to hear back, like, or, say, hey, this is how it went, or this is, and I didn't mean it as a negative way. I wasn't calling anybody out.
I was going to say, I feel like you're kind of, I don't know if you're taking it the wrong way, but
okay, so
what you're talking about isn't even really what the message was kind of.
I know.
So hold on, do these messages come in anonymous?
No, yeah, well,
they come in with you see the last 4 digits of the cell phone number, and you see the area.
Some people write down their names on it, but
you see the city that it comes from. But hang on, I'm just going to read the message. This fan mail came from Hartford, Connecticut, and the message says, "Okay, so I'm glad you guys had this discussion! ! I would love to share my experience with Jeff Fresh as a new florist, particularly a black florist. Let's just say I felt my business wasn't needed or wanted because I wasn't buying boxes and boxes. It has also made me even more upset because on one podcast, Mimi talked about how florists get big and forget their humble start with Jeff Fresh. Well, Jeff Fresh wasn't very welcoming, and I would love to discuss it further with you."
Yeah. So we do want to discuss it further.
I would like to discuss it further with you and go through that as well. I mean, please, doors always
I also
open.
don't know how long ago this happens, but I do have to say, businesses are a little bit like humans. They grow and they learn too. And maybe that's what, we can discuss, like how we can make it better so that way we can continue to make it better experience for those up and coming or new florists. I mean, every time we get it, like we speak to them. We had one today. The lady has her license. She just started. And she was asking me. So I walked out there with the cash and carry. I explained to her how everything works, I mean, and we try to do that as much as possible. I've seen every single person from Pockets to Edwin go out there and try to help people, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. So I just want to get that opportunity to have that conversation.
I think sometimes communication, people forget that communication is a two-way street. And maybe I or someone on the team didn't, properly educate something.
Let's not assume anything. So let's let the person give us a shout out because.
But it's also what Valerie said is that not everybody knows the process. Not everybody knows how it works, especially a new florist. And if you just walk in here without knowing anything, that it can be a little bit daunting. It can be a little confusing. And, whether or not you got the right attention,
right? And we
really
are definitely
discussed.
But there are certain hours of the day where you can see the mass chaos back there. Like yesterday, there was no parking, so the guys in the back are really busy too. So you might not feel like you're being attended to, but then I think that's why that's a great idea about the certain hours and stuff like that. There's a lot that's happening, So I want an opportunity. I just like to.
We need you to reach out, email us so we can bring you on and talk about this further because we would love to hear more about your experience and how we can fix it for people in the future.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Donald, for listening to that.
I agree.
Sorry, Donald.
Oh, no problem. This is a really good topic. Communication is really important.
It's
like
real,
you said, two-way street.
It's real.
Yeah.
And like we said, we have customers of all different levels and different companies work in different ways. And you might be used to one way and everybody's in a different situation. So we treat each customer individually. And sometimes, somebody can get overlooked or mistreated or misunderstood or something like that.
Well, I think a lot of that happens is misunderstandings.
Yeah.
People may not understand that buying out of Miami is not the same as buying from your local wholesaler.
I mean, There's a
big difference.
I agree with you. And just to be straightforward and completely objective, that there's certain salespeople that are better with new customers than other salespeople that maybe don't have the patience to walk you through the entire process.
Agreed.
And which is more,
and
maybe that was the situation.
And also our salespeople some companies are like, this is a wholesale salesperson only, this is event salesperson only. Our salespeople are doing all different types of sales and buying at the same time. So, and marketing sometimes. I mean, every single one, you can see them in our videos and stuff. So, I mean, not giving excuses.
No, not excuses. People are human. People, may not have communicated properly or may not have understood properly.
Right.
And that's why the door's always open to have these kind of conversations.
But I love the fan mail.
Yep. Keep it coming.
So keep it coming. Comments.
That's what this
Two
whole thing
fat
is
guys
about.
talking
Having
flowers.
Good, bad, and ugly conversations, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
So we got some questions for Donald.
Yes.
Sure. Let's do it. All right, Donald, answer these rapid fire, okay? Don't think about it.
Okay.
What, in your opinion, is the best sandwich?
Hot sandwich. I don't like toast
I
sandwich.
swear to God, I thought he was going to say hot dog.
I like hot dog too. I like Chicago hot dog.
Yeah.
No. But what is your mind? What's the best sandwich?
I think meatball
Yes,
sandwich.
that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Do you prefer
Yeah.
Canadian cuisine or Chinese cuisine?
Chinese.
All day. As I asked that question, I'm
I'm
like,
100%
Canadian cuisine
Chinese.
is just fries and maple syrup, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
not
know.
even.
Fish and chips, maybe.
Yeah, it's not even worth asking for. I'll take that back. Okay, at the moment, what's your favorite flower?
I don't have a favorite flowers. I love everything.
Okay. What is the scariest animal?
My wife.
I don't think we've gotten that answer yet. I like it.
Nice. What is the most overrated flower?
Peonies.
What about the most underrated flower?
Scabiosa.
Ooh.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Invisible.
Pick a movie or TV character to have lunch with.
I don't know. Maybe the Superman.
Cool. Sure. Yeah.
Clark Kent or Superman? Like Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
I don't want Ken. I
Yeah,
can
who
be
wants
a
Clark
Ken
Kent,
right now.
Donald just took off his glasses.
I didn't know we were talking to Superman this whole time. Great. Okay, Donald, after a late night of drinking with your designer buddies at AIFD, what would be your go-to drunk food?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. There you go.
Yeah.
Do you?
If they're crispy, yeah.
It's all about the
Yeah,
breading.
crispy. Yeah, oily. All these
Yeah.
things.
So Donald, if
Oh yeah, we stopped asking that question, didn't we?
Which one?
I feel like I miss one every
What, the
episode. I
funeral?
forget one question every episode. I should. What kind of funeral? What kind of flowers do you want at your funeral, Donald?
we should write these down.
I don't have problem with flowers. I problem with colors. I want to be bright,
Bright,
happy.
vibrant, happy.
I told my kids, I already told them, I don't want a sad funeral.
Yeah.
Don't sitting there and cry. Of course, you want to cry because you miss me, but I don't. I want a party. I want a party.
Oh yeah.
I want you guys have fun, go on with your life. And the other thing is, I don't want open cascade.
No.
Hell no. You don't need to see the old man with open.
What if it was open, filled with flowers? It was just flowers coming out of it.
No, hell no. No, I don't. No. Just close it and then put a nice picture of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot this one. What's your go-to way to relax, Donald?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we haven't asked that one in a
That's
long
been a
time.
minute.
I like watch movie because I don't need to think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do exercise too. I like to go exercise. When I'm really tired, I want to go exercise. Like after the shows, I will go home. I will go to my hotel and go to the gym
That's impressive.
because it will. Yeah, it will. It's my super ADD things. Yeah.
That hell yeah was only for you, Joelle.
You're the only one that
agrees with that statement.
Donald, when you watch a movie with your wife, does she ask you what's going on and how's it going and who's this person? And, like if you've seen the movie or you directed it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, she did.
I did that.
She will
That
ask me.
happens
I
to
say,
every man.
I always
What's
ask
going
her,
on?
like, I just saw the same time as you, and how, I don't know all these things.
It's so funny because I did that to
It's
Oliver 2
universal.
nights
It's
ago.
universal.
I did that to Oliver 2 nights ago, and you know what he did? He changed the movie, and I got so mad. I was like, I was watching that. He goes, "You were lost, and I'm tired of answering your question."
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And especially when you're watching sci-fi movie with her, like she won't understand the sci-fi movie at all. Like, what is this? What was this? All these things, like.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Couple of questions, Donald, before we sign off.
No problem.
Number one, would you suggest a future guest to be on the podcast? Somebody we should have on?
Tim Farrell.
Yeah,
He
you
is.
know what?
That's a good one.
We haven't
Yeah.
had Tim Farrell.
Yeah,
on.
it's a lot. I can give you 10 people, but
We'll
I
start with
think in
Tim.
my mind, it's just like,
He's got a
Yeah,
great
Tim.
tandem.
No,
I don't know
He
who you're
loves
talking
to
about.
talk.
yeah,
I'll take all
he
10.
got a good knowledge and got it's a really good person. The other one is Jackie Lacey.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Another
not
good
the
one.
first time. Jackie's been mentioned a couple times. We got to get him on.
We've talked to him at shows about it.
Yeah.
We just haven't locked in a date.
Got to lock
Yeah,
that in.
yeah. He's my buddy. He's my go-to guy. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah.
And then Donald, if somebody wants to reach out to you, they want to talk to you, maybe they want to learn how to do an arrangement in 2.5 minutes, or they just have some questions for you about what you got going on. What's the best way for somebody to reach out to you?
Find me on Instagram or Facebook. Facebook is, one of the go-to. DM me on Facebook.
What's
And
your Facebook?
I'm like Donald Yim AIFD.
Perfect. Simple.
And yeah, so just find me on Facebook or Instagram and YouTube. I'm open book. You can always ask me a question, but don't send me a essay. Send me a few questions. I will answer you. Everyone is busy. We don't have time to answer like
He wants yes and no questions.
5 hours.
That's great.
Oh, Donald,
I will-
you're too funny.
If I don't know the answer, I will refer you to someone or ask someone to answer you. But I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Too funny. Too funny. I'm going to give you a song today, Mimi.
Go for
Only
it.
Oh
because
boy, here we go.
Only
Let's
because
go.
for some reason this song has been in my head. I've only heard this song one time. I heard it in I don't need no instrumental. I heard this song. I was in Puerto Rico. I was 15 years old. This is the first
Oh
time.
my gosh, now I really
I
wanna
heard
know.
I heard reggaeton, but just randomly I heard this one song, and I sing this song randomly in my life. So I'm gonna give it to you today.
Jet, 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 fresh, 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 jet, 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 fresh, fresh, fresh.
I swear that was not the song. That was not the
He was
song.
so cute. He was so
cute.
ready. He was so ready to like.
I can hear that.
Oh, he heard it. You see?
Yeah.
All right, but here you go.
There you go.
Here's your song.
No.
Random song. Here we go. Perdóname, perdóname, yo no te quiero, pues mi corazón es de otra. That's how you get.
Wow.
That's all you get. But that's my random song from Puerto Rico when I was
Who
15 years
sings
old.
that?
I have no idea who sings the
I
song.
have no idea
I know
that
nothing
song.
else about the song. I heard it once.
Do you know in 40-Year-Old Virgin when the what's her name sings the song, the love ballad?
Oh.
That's what that was like.
Oh, you got a good voice.
Dude, don't
Very
encourage.
good. Very
Don't
good.
encourage
All right,
me.
let's go next week.
All right.
He's getting there. He's getting
We're
there.
gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'll get you a new song, guys. Man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been an amazing episode, fun-filled episode. Donald Yim, thank you so much for being on. Joel,
Thank you,
Ryan,
thank you.
Mimi, myself. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great day.
Thank you, Donald.